Have you been outside lately to see how beautiful and clear the sky is? Not only is it spring, my favorite time of year here in Charlotte, but it's also Air Quality Awareness Week. That's right, the National Weather Service and the EPA have designated this week as Air Quality Awareness Week. It was established to remind us of the importance air quality plays in our daily lives. Here at Sustain Charlotte, we're working to make sure that all of us have transportation choices other than driving alone, and that we build the kinds of communities that allow us to be connected to each other, to be connected to opportunities and to our daily needs, all without having to drive. As fewer people are driving cars due to stay-at-home and work-from-home orders, air quality around the world is improving. The notorious smog over Los Angeles has cleared, and people are seeing blue skies again. Residents in parts of northern India are seeing the majestic Himalayan mountains on the horizon for the first time in a generation, after the view of them had been obscured by smog and particle pollution for years. Now, thankfully, our air quality here in Mecklenburg County isn't that bad. It currently meets federal standards for human health. We'll have a better understanding of how the decline in driving has impacted air quality after a full analysis is done, but there are some initial signs that are already pretty promising. We're already seeing evidence that concentrations of nitrogen oxides, a chemical that's a precursor to ground level ozone, have fallen by about 30% across the northeastern U.S. in recent weeks. Air pollution can cause problems for our health even when it's not visible as smog. As we social distance and many of us stay home to control the coronavirus pandemic, we're probably all thinking about our health a little or a lot more than we usually do. I certainly am. In a study done at Harvard's T.H. Chan School of Public Health, researchers looked at 3,000 counties across the U.S. and found that a small increase in long-term exposure to fine particulate matter, called PM2.5, which is produced by vehicle tailpipe emissions, among other causes, leads to a large increase in the COVID-19 death rate. Mecklenburg County is doing well on air quality for the type of fine particulate matter that study looked at. But when we look at another pollutant of concern, ground level ozone, our region only barely meets the health-based standard. And as more people move to the Charlotte area and they bring their cars with them, it will become more challenging to meet the health-based standard. We need better solutions. In Mecklenburg County, vehicle tailpipes are the major source of pollutants that are precursors to ground level ozone. So reducing vehicle trips and making it easier for people to get around without driving by supporting trips by walking, bicycling, public transit, investing in greenways and trails, moving towards electric bus technology. All of these alternatives to driving alone will help to clear our air and in turn protect our health and the environment. I want to pause for a moment to acknowledge that this isn't exactly a silver lining. The reduced amount of driving that we're seeing also means that many people and many households have lost income and livelihoods. Many businesses remain shuttered and some of them won't be able to reopen. Instead of just saying, aren't these empty roads and clean blue skies wonderful? What if we went a step further to learn from this crisis and we implement some of those solutions as our economy recovers? What if we learned which jobs really require a commute to the office 5 days a week, and which could be done entirely by telework or could be done with just 1 or 2 days a week in the office? Imagine how much less traffic we would have and how much less air pollution. For the many jobs and services that do require travel or an in-person presence, like retail stores, medical services, restaurants, and many other important businesses, how can we support a cleaner commute and cleaner travel for the employees and the customers? How might we support the ability of people to walk, bike, ride transit, and carpool to work? What about replacing diesel vehicles with battery electric and supporting the transition to clean power sources for transportation? This would not only improve air quality, but would also reduce emissions of greenhouse gases that contribute to climate change. We all want life to get back to normal, don't we? I sure do. But as we slowly reopen, let's not lose the opportunity in this crisis to reimagine what transportation equity looks like, and to invest in that vision so that everyone, now and for generations to come, can get around without a car, can breathe clean air deep into their lungs, and enjoy blue skies.